Come along as we reunite with some of your favorite melon growers here in Green River, Utah.
Very, very few places where you can farm in the middle of a desert and have a constant supply of water that's, and along a river that the farm ground is just so limited. I mean, it's kind of Grand Canyon type terrain for, 100 miles or whatever. So there's very few places where the water can be accessible. And so I grew up in Wellington and in the Carbon County area, but it was a struggle for water. I mean, we'd have dry years and you keep thinking, I wish we'd get through these dry years, but it seems like you never get past the dry years. The melon thing in Green River was just kind of, they did it, so we did. I mean, there was around the taste is just appealing. I mean, it's just, they taste good.
I think we have a good environment for it. I think that's really what it is. People have asked me, well, can I get some of your seed? And I think, well, if you plant it here and you have the cool nights, the warm days, I think you're going to get a pretty good melon if it's ripe. So, it's great to perpetuate that name. It's great to have that. Really, it's a marketing tool that's already been developed, So, and really probably we wouldn't be able to do it without that name recognition. I feel blessed to have an opportunity to make a living doing that. To me, that's a great way to raise a family, and it's a great blessing to be able to live in an environment that I enjoy and to be able to eat doing it.
As a child, my dad used to come down here and buy them, and man, they just eat them till you're sick. I mean, I just loved them.
I love it. I really enjoy the rocks. I remember I spent a couple years in Georgia, and although it was green and pretty, I missed the rocks. I missed the stark landscape. To me, that just feels like home, and I've always enjoyed as we talked a little bit about the desert Southwest has always just intrigued me, and I don't even know why, other than I just think it's beautiful. And I think especially here, this time of day when the sun's setting and you get a little bit of color out of the rock and you see that silhouette in the sky and then to grow something green in the middle of it to kind of contrast, I think it's I just don't know that it gets any better than that. I just really enjoy that. To me, it's a beautiful thing. And again, I feel so lucky that I have that opportunity.
For some reason, I can't associate beauty with dryness. I mean, just I see alpine, views of lakes and streams and all this sort of thing, and for some reason, it's kind of a fixation in my mind that to be beautiful, you kind of got to have that. But I think it's in the eye of the beholder. I mean, I'm surprising the people that come here and say, man, I can't believe the scenery, the beauty of it. And I think, for some reason, to me, dryness has never been appealing. But
well, we've had a lot for Battleship. If you look, and you probably can't see it here, it's George Washington. There's several things that we've looked at on that we think is kind of neat. But I think that Battleship is to me Green River. That's what I look at. And I mean, you can drive around. There's so many beautiful places around here to go and to look at. But I spent a lot of time sitting on a tractor looking at this same thing, and I just I guess it just feels like home. Things have changed. There's not the outlets that we've seen. They have them year-round seedless melons coming from everywhere. And I think the younger folks around, the name just doesn't mean as much to them. They're getting the same melon all over the place, and it's just kind of doesn't mean as much. But you talk to older people, and Green River still lights up their eyes a little bit more. So it'd be nice to keep that going.
Until next time, from Green River, Utah.